I have already explained about this if statement and if else statement. So, if you talk about the first one, if statement, so its syntax will be like this. So, first you have to use this if keyword, and after this, you have to give the condition. So, I assume that all of you know what is condition, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So after this condition, you have to make its block. So block means the statements inside a pair of curly bracket. So this is your if statement. Means there is will be a condition. If this condition is true, so whatever is inside this block, so all those statements will be executed. If we talk about this second statement, if else. So the first part will remain same means if condition and its block will be there, and apart from this one more keyword will be added, that is else keyword, and its own block will also be there. So in this if else statement, again we have to mention one condition. A condition means uh, an expression which will either result true or false. So if this condition is true, so if block will be executed, means whatever is inside if block means statements, so those statements will be executed. And if this condition is false, then whatever is inside this else block, that part will be executed. So now I'm going to use this if else in one program. So see that program carefully. So I'm going to start BlueJ. Then one new project. So name of the project is conditional construct. Any name can we can give. So now in this project, I'm going to create one class, and the program that I'm going to create is that to take one number and check whether the number is positive or negative. Okay. So accordingly, I have taken the name of class POS underscore NEG. Then click on OK. So now my class is ready here. Now double click to open the text editor. Now no need of these statements. So now delete. Okay. So now the input of the number required, I'm going to take a statically, means the program itself, I'll give the number that I'll check, so that I have to type less statements. Okay. So now the next thing here we have to do is to mention the main method. So for this, we have to write public static void main, and then string RGS. So this main method had also its block. So it is inside the curly bracket. So now here I need one variable, and this time I'm taking n variable of type int, and it is store a number inside this variable n, any random number like 18. So this value I'll check whether this value is positive or negative. So for this test, we have to create one condition. So we need this if statement, and if a statement has one condition, that I'll put it later. And here is its block. And after this, if there will be else, and now it has also its block. So now can anyone tell what condition should I put here if I have to check whether the given number is positive or negative?
So it may be number greater than or more than, sorry, greater than or less than 0.
Okay. So the number I have inside in this n variable, so n will be used here. And now she told that greater than or equals to 0. So all of you know that that we create condition using the relational operators, means less than, greater than, less than or equals to, greater than, equals to, like this. So this condition, maybe it is true or maybe it is false. So if this condition is true, then the number is positive or negative.
Positive.
Positive.
So the condition here is given is that n is greater than or equals to 0. So it means when n is having value 0 or more than 0, so in that case number is positive. So accordingly we have to give here one message also. No? So only this thing we can do here to we can give one message that this number is positive. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so system.out.println, and we can write like this, no? That n is positive, means whatever is inside n, so that value and the message will be shown together. So n, and we have to join the message with it. So I am using plus here, and what message should be here is positive. Understood this part? N plus is
No, sir.
positive. Yes, sir.
Explain once again, sir, this one.
Okay, see, here I want to show a message like this, that 18 is positive. Okay, so this 18 value is stored inside this variable n. So here I am showing two separate, means two different kinds of things together using this system.out.println. So the first thing here is that variable n. So whatever the content of this variable n will be shown, and not only this content, but with this content, one message is also is positive. So here two things I have to join them together. So here I have used this plus operator to join them. Okay, so n means the value 18 plus and then this message. Now understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I'm going to copy this statement, and if this condition n greater than or equals to 0 is false, then in that case else block will be executed. So what should be the statement inside else?
N plus is negative.
Is negative.
So excuse me, sir.
Okay. Yes.
So what if the number is 0? Can we consider 0 as positive number?
Okay, that I'll tell later. Let this part execute. Okay. So now first save this and compile the program. Compiling. Okay, so class compiled, no syntax error. So minimize this. Now run this program. Okay. So it is showing that 18 is positive. So our result is correct. Now let me clear this and now I'm going to change the value. So here instead of 18, now I'm going to put minus 18. Now once again save and compile, no syntax error. Okay, so once again run. So minus 18 is negative. It is showing correct. Okay. Now come to her question part. Now if I give here 0, once again save it, compile, no syntax error, and once again run this. So it is showing here 0 is positive. So is this message correct or wrong?
So wrong.
It is wrong.
So,
Huh?
but according to the condition, what we wrote, it is correct only.
Yeah, according to
Yes.
condition, it is correct.
Yes, sir. So here the condition is n is greater than or equals to 0. So if you replace this n with 0, so 0 greater than or equals to 0. So this condition is true since both are equal. So if it is true, then if block is here executed. So in this if blocks, the message is positive. So that's why this positive message it is showing. But this is not correct. So now you know no, that computer cannot decide anything. It works as per the instruction given by us. Okay. So now it means this program has one flaw, means one error. And the error is that when we give the value 0, for this value 0, it is showing the wrong result. Okay. So we can modify this program with another statement of if else, and that is your third one. Third one is if else if ladder. Okay. So we cannot make correction in that program using either of these, using if or if else, because there is no provision given for checking the third condition there. Okay. That's why we have to use this if else if ladder. So now how is its what is its syntax? So just see. So here we'll give if as usual, then there will be condition. Let us take this condition 1. Now its block will be there. After if, there will be else if. Here is the change, else if, not else only. And here one more time we can give condition. So this time it is condition 2. And it has also its own block. Like this, we can give another else if. And this time we can give condition 3. And it has also its own block. So this thing we can repeat a number of times as per the requirement. And at last, we have to give only else, and else has no any condition attached to it with it. Okay. So this is the syntax of if else if ladder. So this if else if ladder helps us to test multiple conditions. Okay. And with this multiple condition, we can execute multiple statements. So understood all of you this syntax?
Yes, sir.
Let me
Yes,
once again
yes, sir.
explain. See, first condition 1 will be evaluated. If it is true, then if block will be executed, no any other block will be executed. Okay. Now, if this condition 1 is false, then it will go to this part. else if part having condition 2. So now this will check condition true. Again, it may be true or maybe false. So if it is true, then this its own block will be executed. But if it is false, it will move to the third else if for checking the condition. Again, if it is true, then it will execute its own block. Otherwise, it will move to another one, next one. Okay, so there may be a condition that none of the condition is true. It may be not condition 1,
Yes,
2, and condition 3. All these conditions are false. Then in that case, else block will be executed. Understood?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let us move to this part and modify our program. So here we can use this if else if ladder to correct this program. See how to do this. Now I'm going to remove this equals to symbol. The condition here I am going to use is if n is greater than 0. Then in that case, number will be positive also. No need to change in the message. Now here I am going to use else if, and here another condition is required. And this time I am going to give condition if n is less than 0. Then in that case, number will be negative or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now any more condition is left?
Yes, sir. N
Yeah.
equals to 0.
Else is equal to.
Okay. N equals to 0 means the number n, it can be greater than 0 or it can be less than 0 or it can be equals to 0 also. No? So what should I use? One more else if or else only?
Else
Sir,
only.
else if.
Else
Else.
only.
Only else only else, no? Because we not there is no need to check the third condition, no? Because if these two conditions are false, so automatically number is equals to 0 or not.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so no need to use else if. So here only else will do our work. So one more time, and here we can modify that n is
Neutral.
equals to 0 or neutral, we can say. Yeah, good. Neutral. Okay, so one more curly bracket is equal. Yes, to close the else block. Now I'm going to first let me clear this output. Close it. Save and compile. Class compiled, no syntax error. Minimize. Where are you? Here. Okay. So it is showing a 0 is neutral.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So now our program is good. Means no any change is required here because it will now show correct output for any other number, any kind of number, whether it is positive, negative, or 0. Understood how to tackle problems?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Now, can you give any more example where we can use this if else if ladder?
So we can check the division according to the percentage.
Yes. According to percentage marks, we can check the division of the student, or we can give grade also, na? According to percentage marks. Can we give or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to modify this program to give grade. Okay. So one more variable I'm going to take, and that variable is of type char, and the name I'm going to take grade. Okay. Now let it be n only. So this n variable will store the percentage marks. So let me take any random value like 65. Okay. Now I'm going to modify the condition. If n is greater than or equals to 90, so I'm going to remove this statement and simply going to put grade equals to A. Okay. If n is greater than or equals to 80, then grade equals to B. Do you know why I am putting inside single inverted comma?
Yes, sir, it is a
Yes,
character.
These A, B are character type data. Na? That's why characters are always kept inside single inverted comma. Now, third condition is also required here. Na?
Yes, sir.
N is greater than or equals to, let it be 60. So the grade equals to C. Now I'm going to copy for rest. Okay. 61 more. One more. Okay. So 60C and then take 40, then let it be D and let it be 30. For 30, I'm going to take E. Now no more. Delete. Okay. So now the last else is required. So in else, I'm going to put grade equals to F. Okay. So understood everyone? Here
Yes.
n is a variable and it is storing the percentage marks. Accordingly, I have made different conditions to give the grade. If n is greater than or equals to 90, so grade will be A. If it is greater than or equals to 80, so grade will be B. So like this, several conditions are here. And at last, if none of the condition is true, so automatic F grade will be assigned. So now the next thing here I have to show is the output using this system dot out dot print ln. Here I'll give two messages, one output for the percentage and another for the grade. So the message here is percentage marks equals to, and it is stored inside the variable n. Now I'm going to copy this one and paste, and I'll change the message. This time message will be grade not equals to, wait, it is colon, and it is stored inside variable grade. Okay, now I'm going to save this and compile. So no syntax error. Okay, no. Okay, so now percentage marks equals to 65. That's why grade is C. Is it showing correct? Let us
Yes,
see.
sir.
N is greater than, N is equals to 65. So first check this condition. N is greater than or equals to 90. It is true or false?
False.
False.
It
False,
is
sir.
false. So it will come to the next condition. Na? N is greater than or equals to 80. True or false? Again,
False.
false. So it will come to the third condition. N is greater than or equals to 60. It is true or false?
True.
It is true. So this grade variable will be assigned with this value C. That's why in output it is showing grade C. Understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So these are few simple programming problems. We can also write program for complex one like menu based something or not. Like we can take input of length and breadth, and we can create one menu. If user's choice is 1, so it will calculate the area of rectangle. For user choice 2, it will calculate area perimeter of the rectangle. So can you do that?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so try to do that program. I'll post it in Teachment also. Okay, so send this. Otherwise, we'll see in the next class. Okay. Any doubt?
Okay, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
See that this same program I have created in class 8 this morning only. You see, but I have used switch case instead of if else if ladder. It is the name is conditional construct. Here it is. No. Yes, here it is. See the same program that I just told you to enter length and breadth, and you can create one menu. Menu will show like enter 1 for calculating area, enter 2 for to calculate perimeter. So user will enter choice, and according to that choice you have to find whether you have to find area or perimeter. So the same thing we can do using if else if ladder also. Okay, so in that case your condition will be like this. I'm going to show you. For example, if you have taken choice in ch variable, so choice will have value like 1 or 2. Okay, so now your first condition will be like this: if ch equals to 1. Okay, so now if this condition is true, then in that case you have to calculate area equals to, and after that you will display the value of area in the output using system.out.println. Okay, next one will be else if, and in here you will put one condition like this: if ch equals to 2, means if choice is true 2, then in that case you will calculate perimeter like this, perimeter equals to whatever the formula it is. Then you have to show it in output. Now user can also give any other choice other than 1 and 2. So, but we have only two valid value for choice 1 and 2. But what will happen if user gives 3, 4, 5 any other choice other than this 1 and 2? So in that case you will use this else block, and here you can simply put one message that you have given wrong choice. Understood what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so today we'll write this program and post. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay then. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.